open up for him. Sorry.
Okay, so we're live. Okay, let's see. I'll start, I guess. My update will be very short. So yesterday, right after the Scrum, I did a pair program with Vincent Liu, to help him stand up the application, MetPlus, and he was going to connect up maybe this morning. Looks like he's not able to make it yet. But anyway, I'll get him started. I have a story already picked out I can assign him. I did, on the Wiki EDU project, I stood up the environment again. There's lots of changes coming. I delivered a PR. I got some comments back from Sage on that. He wanted it a little bit different, so I'll work on that this morning. So it's a fairly simple thing. I did pair programming in the afternoon with Vijaya on MetPlus. And I reviewed a PR for the SHF project. And that's pretty much it for my day. I have no blockers at this point. Let's see who's next. I guess, Sam, you joined first, I think.
Maybe so. Yes, and I could go next. I have just been working through pull requests. I'm trying to look at this new map pull request change. We're getting rid of the Gmap for Rails gem and going to pure JavaScript, and looking good. And then I just pulled down the full data set from local support, and I'm from the Heroku and to locally, just to check that there wasn't anything strange. And there is some strangeness, like I don't know, there's some sort of, that's a little bit of, I want to merge this pull request in, so I need to get to the bottom of that there. That just seems to be only failing when I'm using the live data set, which is weird. Other things happening, we kickstarted the event manager project, Rails 5 action cable, driving with Cucumber yesterday, and a premium face-to-face session with Ed, which went quite well. That was good. Yeah, big mob programming session yesterday, getting real deep into After Grimm's Confident Ruby. That's all in my latest blog posts if you want to hear more about it. And I guess I'm really hoping today to finish this, being able to sponsor other people by PayPal feature. There's one pull request and I need to make a second one that I think also I'm going to, I've got time allocated to help Matt with Redeemify, and then there's the Autograder beta tester client meeting later on today. That's me.
Okay. Real briefly, what is the event manager project? I hadn't heard of that.
So that's a new, Ed was asking, he wanted to do some Rails 5, he wanted to do action cable, and there's a series of things that relate to event/hangouts that we, have in website 1. So for example, that the page, doesn't live update. Like if somebody opens the page to see the event for this current Scrum, and the clock may go round, you may start it. Obviously, we see the updated Slack, but if they don't refresh the page, then they don't see the change. And we did try. There was, I think Thomas and others are working on a version with, it's sort of pinging, and it's sort of it's a challenging thing to get working. I think with like Ajax, it would need WebSockets. We could be trying to put let's put WebSockets into our existing monorail, but just as a kind of as a sort of a spike of, can we do this? So the event manager is sort of spiking that separately, but then maybe that becomes kind of a microservice, and I'm sort of moving towards a vision in the long term where the different aspects of the main website 1, such as the events, the projects, we've already got the project scope, separate microscopes, that we end up having, the landing thing is a middleman, is a lightweight static site, and then all of the different, complex things can be pulled in by JavaScript.
Okay, cool. All right, thank you for that. Let's see, Tongwei, would you like to give an update?
No updates from me, but later I'm going to connect with you for the Spike discussion. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Okay.
We'll do that maybe after this then.
Yes.
Thomas, how are things going with you?
I'm just basically checking in to say hi, guys. I don't have much to report, although one thing that could be of interest for Agile Ventures is that you guys heard about the Kenyan bootcamp, Code 90, that is run by one Agile Ventures member, Sigu.
We do indeed.
Yeah, they became part of the Craft Academy family a few days ago. So we are supporting them with our curriculum and our learning management system. And Sigu is going to get integrated into our coaches team that is growing, because we now have Raul Amber and myself and Lara doing coach work, and now Sigu, and we have another guy in Stockholm coming in called Andy. So that's we're growing, but it's since our course curriculum is open sourced, we don't charge him any money for it. We just allow him to use it in a professional setting. So hopefully we can do some good by bringing coding and perhaps better, I don't know, better quality or whatever to that Kenyan bootcamp. So I'm pretty proud about that.
That's great stuff. That's great stuff. Well, we're really excited at Adventures because we've got our first sponsorship, and we are just sponsoring one of the Code 90 graduates to be an Agile Ventures premium member through sponsorship that's coming in from US-based developers who are already senior successful and they just want to give back. So yeah, fantastic.
Sounds great. All right, that's all from me. Not much to report.
So you say not much. It's a fantastic step forward. You're so humble, Thomas. You need to big it up more and say what you're doing is great.
So are you saying that I have too small of an ego?
I think that's the problem, Thomas. You're just not demonstrative enough. There's not enough, ego power. We're gonna have to we'll sort out a life coach for you to get you to sort of let those feelings out more.
Be very careful what you say, because be very careful now. I don't think many people would agree with you with Ahmad not having too big of an ego. But okay.
I'm a maverick. I'm willing to have a different opinion to the majority. That's the.
You're suicidal, man. But okay. All right.
Be careful what you ask for. But anyway, yeah, thanks for the update. We're very impressed with what Sigu's doing. I know I am. So it's great to hear that that's progressing and you're helping him out. Matt, how are things with you this morning?
Pretty good. Let's see. Website one, I got that one kind of pull request for the sorting of the projects ready. If I got the build fixed, so
yes, I'm looking at that. Thanks, Matt.
Yeah, it's not that big, but
yeah, I think we should probably merge that in today. Yep.
Yeah. And then for Redeemify, I guess in 20 minutes, I'm trying to get Alex in a hangout, and I was gonna see if Sam, you might be available.
Yeah, I'm available.
Try to go over the architecture of the API authentication, because we kind of chat for a while, and I have a feeling we're not like talking to each other through chat.
I totally hear you. Yeah.
So I think I know the way I want it to work, but I could be wrong. So I don't want to just keep saying, do it this way, do it this way. So that's at 7 o'clock. I'll put a hangout for that.
Cool.
And, after that, I'll be available for anything else. Okay, that's it.
All right. Thanks, Matt. Thanks for the update. And I guess that's it for the Scrum then. Right on time. That's good. So, Tongwei, do you want to connect up right after this?
Yes.
Continue with this session, and then okay, great. That'd be great. I don't know I guess, Matt, you've got something in 20 minutes?
Yeah, I'll see if you start the hangout, Matt. I'll see you there in 20. Yeah.
Oh, great. Thanks.
Cool. All right. Sounds good. Anything else from anybody? Okay. Well, thanks for joining, and have a good day and weekend, and we'll be talking Monday.
All right. Thanks, Pat. Yeah, have a great weekend. One thing I will say is I'm now running the Bob Martin scrums at the weekend. That's 2 p.m. UTC. If people do need a coordination event, I'm not doing other programming outside of booked face-to-face and premium plus sessions, but I am available for those 15 minutes just to help people coordinate at 2 p.m. on Saturdays and Sundays.
Do you have much participation so far in that?
It's been small. I mean, not as big as these ones so far. Mm-hmm. I think I'm not so surprised. My expectation is that people need to get used to the fact that I'm going to be there regularly at the same time, and then it'll pick up. That's usually what happens with the scrums. Yeah.
Yep, makes sense.
But, yeah.
Cool. All right then. Well, thanks everybody. Bye for now.
Yep. Bye, Pat. Take care. Have a good one.
You too. Bye now. So, Tongwei, I have to confess I didn't have a chance to look at your spike yet. Do you want to walk me through that?
Okay, sure.
And yeah, I had forgotten to look at it. I meant to by now, so my apologies.
Let me go there, please.
Okay.
So I will share my screen.
Okay, yep.
Okay. So basically, right now, the thing is working. So I will first of all, I just share whatever I've done first.
Okay.
Mm. So I log in as a company person.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I go to the job seeker 202. Show view, and this is a doc file. I view the document. It's going to take some time, yes. Yeah, so now it comes to 202.pdf, and this is the PDF file for the doc. And the conversion, I guess it's not so, this is what it did for the doc file. The formatting, I think there's a bit off for doc file.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And another one is the 203, which is a .x file. Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And this is the thing that come up. Yeah. So
Good.
basically, now what I'm using is the doc split gem. So I go here. Okay. I should open another tab. Basically, what it does is it will go and read the PDF extractor. So it will go to look for the office, see whether it is a window or is it a OS X or Linux, and then it will go to the path and look for the LibreOffice or the OpenOffice, and then execute the command from there, which is here. Call the LibreOffice and then call the headless office. If LibreOffice, then call the headless one, invisible, then convert to PDF. This is basically what they are doing.
Yeah, I see what you're doing.
Yeah, that's what they do. Then I have a question, which is from here, they are looking for office search path. So there's a if window, else if OXX, another one probably Linux or Heroku LibreOffice build pack. Then what does it mean by this Heroku LibreOffice build pack? So I was wondering whether it is referring to if the server itself is not a Windows OS, so meaning is it the cloud server or things like that, then there's a Heroku thing inside there, then we are going to look for the vendor LibreOffice. I'm not sure what does it mean. Yeah, I'm not very, I don't get these things. Yeah.
Yeah. Oops, I'm getting a bad echo there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know either, but my guess is that Heroku actually does have on its server LibreOffice, and so if you're hosting your app on Heroku, then it will find LibreOffice and do the conversion for you using that server-side version of Libre. Wouldn't you guess that would be the case? Doesn't it seem that would be what's happening?
Because I haven't tried with Heroku, so I don't know how this thing is going to work, and I haven't looked for this GitHub jam yet. So probably I will look at it. Yes. So this is the first question for my question. Yeah. And so the second thing is when we convert it, right? What we can see, oh sorry, I need to open my what's this first? I need to open my. You can see it's the temp file is going to generate all these .pdf file, and it's not going to clean up because when we are streaming it, we cannot close the IO. That means we cannot close the streaming. If I just unlink it, like I think this one I'm doing in the job seeker controller. Job seekers controller. Yeah, so this is just a draft. Yeah, definitely need to make it look nicer. Refactor or whatever thing. Yeah, so basically it's .split extract the PDF file, and this is the file name, temp file path, which we download the resume from, and we're outputting it at the temp under the temp. So it's going to be here. What is going to extract actually is going to add the .pdf file. So this PDF file name actually what it returns is something like this, and then the file name is something like this. That's why I'm referring to .pdf file name, and I need to do a bracket 0 because it's in an array and the file name inside, but it's without the .pdf because the temp file is being generated from the Cruncher itself is without the extension.
I see. So extract PDF is invoking the LibreOffice business? Like 119, is that where the LibreOffice thing is happening, I would assume?
No, because it is extracting this name, and then whatever name, initial name for it will reserve the initial name for the temp file, but it's without. I think it's without the .pdf extension for this file name. This PDF, yeah, it's without the extension name. That's why I'm calling it with .pdf.
Yep, got it.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's
so explain to me again why you can't remove the temp file that's being created.
Because if I'm removing it, right? So right now I didn't remove the .pdf. So if I remove it, right, then when streaming, it will try to look for the .pdf file like this because we never download it. So it cannot find the .pdf file. So meaning once I send the file to here, then after it execute this finish, then it need to ensure the .pdf file is going to unlink. So meaning I'm going to do .pdf. That means I cannot remember what's the thing. This command probably wrong. Say PDF file .unlink. Yeah. I think this command probably not going to work because this PDF file itself is returning me an array. It's not returning me a file, and this unlink is only a method for the file, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So this thing probably not going to work. Just I'm referring. This is let's say this is a file, and I unlink it. So after it send a file and stream it inline, then I unlink it. But by the time I want to stream it inline, it cannot find the file because it's already removed from the temp.
How did it get removed from the temp directory?
How do I get removed? I'm using the same method. That means I need to open this file, and then I call unlink for the file.
Yeah. So the send file there, line 122, you say it doesn't work if you try to unlink the file, the PDF file.
Yes. So right now, I can do is I'm going to open the PDF.file name here, right? If I type in something like this, I uncomment this thing. So this probably is going to return me a file. So I'm going to do things like PDF file unlinked. I need to close it and probably unlink it.
Right. I don't get that because I think send file sends to the browser a
It
stream
didn't
of
say.
data. And when it comes back, that stream of data has been delivered to the browser so it can display. I'm not sure why when you unlink it, the send file is not working, because it should have its own cached version of the file once the send file returns. It
So
won't return until the stream of data is returned, delivered to the browser. You know what I mean?
I don't get it. Can you like explain it again?
Well, send file will take the file and it will send a stream of data, all the bits in the file, to the browser.
Okay.
And when the browser says, yes, I've got everything, send file will then return. And then you can carry on and remove the file because the browser should have in memory that file for display. That's what I think is happening, and I could be wrong.
Oh, because when I do things like this, it's going to give me an error. So let's try now.
Okay. Yeah, that's because, what is it saying? Unlink for undefined method.
Undefined method.
Well,
oh no. That means there's undefined method for unlink. So this one is not working. I know what to call already. Should be, sorry, my fault. This should be the proper way of calling it.
Okay. How about the close as well? Do you need to do that way too?
Close is, I think close is same because just like it didn't put an arrow for the close.
Okay. Got it. Let's see what happens.
Okay, I look for the file. Yeah, this is the thing. No such file directory. For temp.
I thought you said PDF file is an array. So you have to reference the 0th element of it. Is that right?
Come again?
I thought you said PDF file is an array.
PDF underscore file name is an array. But PDF file, because I already opened it.
Yes.
So right now it's no longer
okay.
Array. Yes.
So that's giving us an error on.
But
not sure what's going on there.
Yeah, the thing is, why not looking for .pdf? A link .pdf. Link PDF. Oh.
What does it look like in your directory? What's the name of the file in the directory? File ID 17. Is that what we see? File ID 17. It's got a PDF. So yeah, you're right. Why is it not looking for the PDF?
Okay, I delete everything. I start everything again.
Yeah.
Because right now it's
confusing. Yep.
Yes.
Too many things going on.
Okay, double check. Okay, it's empty. Okay, new resume. Okay. Hey, it's not removing, right? It's not removing this thing, right?
It's not.
Yeah.
So
what is the error for it? Probably I need to find out this thing.
Perhaps because it's not including the PDF in the file name. And why is that? Why would that be the case?
You didn't do the PDF in the file name.
Yeah, why is that?
Very funny thing is...
It is a PDF, of course, but the file name is trying to unlink, does not... Can we see what... Do you want to put a debugger statement in there and let's see what that looks like?
Sure.
Put a debugger statement in the controller so we can see what that looks like?
From here?
Yeah, that's fine. That's good enough. Did the controller stop? Did the application stop? Did not. Oh, there we go. Great.
So I put PDF file name like this.
Yeah.
So I go next.
Yeah.
PDF file dot have. Still the same. So I should. Okay, I think I know what to do already.
So send file seems to be creating. Okay, go ahead.
Something like this. Right?
That might work. Yeah, let's try that. You still have the debug statement in there. Oops.
PDF file name dot PDF file dot open. It cannot open like that. Send file. Send file. I think I open the file. I think there's something wrong with extract this thing.
What is
PDF file extract. Once extract.
PDF? Yeah.
After I extract, I can rename the.
So by the time when you put that PDF there, that's not the file name. The file name returned by the service, the gem, doesn't have the PDF extension, right? So that's why 121 is trying to open a file name that doesn't exist. Does DocSplit have options where you can say when you download the file, give it this file type? Maybe not, huh?
I think, syntax error. Because I didn't put the hash over in front. I'm sorry.
I didn't notice that syntax error.
Yeah, here's the syntax error over here. Sorry.
Oh.
Okay, try again. Save. Let me double check. Show. Okay.
Do you still have that debug statement in there?
Okay.
Debug.
Next.
Okay.
Yeah, file. Okay, now it's.
Now you've got a real file.
So I continue, right?
Wait a minute now. Yeah.
Continue. Yes, it's the internal server error. No such file and directory, and I view it back here, right? It's being removed already.
It is removed, isn't it? Where's that statement come from? That error coming from? Which line?
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah. This statement is coming from. I just press continue. Internal server error. So I
No such file. So it's trying to open
yeah,
that file, which is the send file statement.
send file. Most likely.
But that was working before. So what did we do to break that?
Yeah, because
Wasn't that working
I
before?
already do the closing and unlink for the PDF file. That's why it cannot. That's why it cannot
Render it. Yeah. But
render it.
I don't get it because I thought send file would be blocking. It would complete before you move on to your rescue clause.
Yeah.
What? So send file shouldn't return until the file contents have been delivered to the browser. I don't get that. Is there an option to send file to say don't return until complete delivery? I don't think send file works asynchronously, that send file starts the stream of data and then it returns. In the meantime, while it returns, you've deleted the file and send file runs out of data to stream to the browser. That looks to me, I don't think it works that way, but it looks to me like it might be.
Then how should I track whether it is working in block-based?
Say that again?
How should I track which way that it is working? Because right now, if we do we comment out this thing, it's going to work.
Yeah, but then you've got a file that has been deleted, right?
But definitely, yeah. So how are we sure that how should I know that like what you say this thing shouldn't do in this way. It should it should execute finish, then only they go the close and unlink thing. Because this for this time round when we are doing this thing, we are doing the streaming for the file is different from the download. Download is really the attachment is different disposition. So yeah, I don't know how it's working under the hood. So yeah, I also cannot comment so much.
So in the production version, we have disposition as attachment. Is that right? Or we don't have disposition defined on send file. Is that correct? In our production version of this?
Production version. The previously what Lara do is application spec. It is in the download which the disposition is attachment.
Okay, so let's look at that.
Right?
Send data. Okay, so disposition is not specified.
But by default, disposition is attachment.
It's attachment, yeah.
Yes.
So.
And the way they do it is send data, but to me, send data and send file, the different thing is since I have file, I will use file. Then I don't need to open and read. Yeah, I think it's the same.
Say that again, sorry.
The send data and the send file is the same thing to me because I'm using send file because if I use the send file, then I don't need to open the file and read it. Because when we are doing the send data, what we are sending is the data instead of the file.
Yes.
Instead of the file. Yeah. So to me, it's the same thing, just different way of presenting the thing.
So yeah. Show me your version of that send data again. Send data. So you're sending. Say that again. Why are you sending the file rather than the stream of data? Or are you?
Huh? I'm using send file, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But you're not. So in the prior version, production version, we're opening the file contents, sending that to send file.
Yeah, actually it's the same. Just that if I'm using the PDF file, that means if I'm using data, I'm going to use this PDF data.read. I open, then I read. So meaning...
Where are you opening and reading it?
If I'm doing the same data, I'm going to do...
So if you look at the production...
open, then .read. Then I'm sending the data instead of sending the file. This is the file path name. Send file, that means I'm going to send the path. Send data, I'm going to send the data.
Right.
So I need to open the file and read the file only, then it's going to return me the data, so I only can use the same data. That's what I understand. Yeah.
So let's look at the Laura's version, the other version. So you said open and read, right? So I think so let's try that. Let's try the sending the data rather than the file. So you have to open it and then read it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, you need this PDF file .open.read, don't you?
File.open, I already opened the PDF file. So what I'm sending
Oh,
is
you already
just
opened it. Yeah, gotcha. Got it.
Yeah.
Sorry. You're right. Haven't fully woken up here.
Okay. Oh, cannot. I didn't comment out the deleting. All right.
All right. Did it show the file in the browser? Or we
are doing the same data, but I didn't comment out the unlink. Just now I forget to comment the unlink. Oh,
No, I know, but it still should have shown the file in the browser, though, right? It did not?
Eh?
Or do we still have that bug in there?
Yes,
What's that? We have
the
the bug. Okay, got it. All right, what's going on there? PDF
Let's
file.
do it again.
Yeah.
Okay. Next. Continue.
There's the file. So did the files get deleted? Yeah, they look to be deleted.
Oh. Yeah, you're right. Okay.
Yeah, so send file, if I remember, will return.
Uh-huh.
And of course, yeah, and so it will return, it won't block.
Okay.
Well, actually, it returns after the file is delivered, but let me see. There was some issue about that. Let's see.
Which part do you want to have a look?
Oh no, I'm just looking at the documentation for send file.
Okay.
Yeah. Send data. Yeah, so I think if I remember, send data blocks, it won't return until all the stream of data is delivered, whereas send file does not.
Oh.
It starts the send file, but then it returns.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't block. And of course, you're now deleting the file it's trying to send, and that screws things up. I think that might be what's happening. But anyway, yeah, send data is the way to go.
Okay.
Because it does block until the browser says, yep, I've got everything, and they confirm it. So the larger question is, I'm not sure that this is great work, but I don't think we can require that the user installs LibreOffice or OpenOffice.
So exactly. That's what I was wondering, whether something to do with Heroku LibreOffice.
Well, that problem is that we may not be hosting on Heroku. It sounds like that's something that would be available if we host on Heroku, but if we're not, and right now we're looking at another service called Drie, D-R-I-E.
Mm-hmm.
It's a company in the UK that Sam is trying to partner with for Agile Ventures support. And so it looks like we're going to be moving our Rails side over to be hosted on Drie. So did you find anything else that would have some kind of maybe software as a service thing where we could send a file and returns a PDF to us. We could do it out in the cloud or anything like that.
There are other options, which is usually what people do will be the converter API, but that will require a fee. Yeah, because
What's the name? I'm sorry, what was the name of that service that you mentioned?
Usually people will go and use the API already.
API what?
API for converter. I think there are quite many.
Yeah. Oh, there are a bunch of services out there.
Yes, there are, but they will require some fee. Yeah.
Got it. Are there any gems that you found that actually incorporate Microsoft Word functionality to convert a doc or docx to PDF?
Because when you want to read a document, you need to have an office, and the open source office which keep the formatting for the document is LibreOffice Open Office.
Right.
Yeah, that's the way they build it. That's why we need to have LibreOffice or OpenOffice. Otherwise, if you're converting it to the text and without doing the formatting, that means without keeping the formatting, then what is suggested by Lara last time, which is the Yoku or whatever, I believe that is more for just keeping the text without the formatting. I believe so. Yeah, that's what my understanding. Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what that is. It strips out all the format. That's really just for textual analysis.
Yes.
For crunching the text, not for this. So Microsoft Word, I think Microsoft does support some kind of a plugin to convert doc to other types of files. But you probably need Microsoft Office to use that plugin. I'm wondering, so there's no gem that really has incorporated logic or that Microsoft plugin into a Ruby gem that you found, huh? No such thing. No such thing, huh?
Plugin, but the plugin doesn't require us to. That means doesn't require Unix user to install the Office. Do they?
Not that it's been a while since I looked at it, but I didn't find any such thing either.
Oh, okay.
I remember looking around at one point when we were first thinking about this. Let's see.
Unless and I realized there's another question. I just for curious lah. Is it possible that we use the cur CLI for the online conversion website? Then actually
use what? Sorry.
Use the cur to extract, because my understanding for cur is that we can use cur to get information from other server.
Oh, you said curl? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, but I realized on those websites, the online conversion website, they are using the API at the backend to extract, to convert the file instead of really.
Yeah, we could probably we could probably break out to a shell and do something in curl and come back. But the problem is that, as you pointed out, it's costs plus complexity, right? Now we're getting into fairly relatively complex stuff.
Yeah, eventually it is still depending on the API for the website also. Yeah, the website actually also depends on the API. So everything comes back to the API again. It's like, okay.
Yeah, I think you've hit a roadblock. And like I said, at one point when we were first talking about this idea, I did some searching as well, hoping to find a gem that would solve this for us, and I didn't find anything either. So maybe what you've done is you found the possible solutions. Whether they are viable for us or appropriate, that's something else.
Or is it possible if we explore the Heroku build pack for the LibreOffice and see whether Dry will provide something like that for LibreOffice? Yeah.
So that's a very good point. I was just thinking about that too. I've been talking to Sam about this Dree. I think it's pronounced Dree.
Oh.
so I can add that to the list. So what they do, Tongwei, is they actually use AWS, Amazon. They're not building out their own infrastructure?
Mm-hmm.
So maybe a potential thing to continue with this on is to search AWS components to see if there's an available thing in the cloud in Amazon
Okay.
that we could exploit. I suspect, that we may get lucky there. So if we're on DRI and they're using AWS, then we can tell them we need to be enabled to access this AWS component outside of DRI, and maybe they can make that work. So that's an idea. I hate to be tied to a specific hosting service by this kind of stuff. However, if they're hosted themselves on AWS, that's less risk because a lot of people are probably using AWS to build out their hosting service. Yeah. So you want to spend some time looking at that then? See what's available on AWS and Amazon?
So that means spend some time to explore what kind of service is available from AWS.
Yes.
Okay, I will try that.
Okay. In the meantime, is there any other story that you wanted to take? So to coding story, in addition to this, while you're still investigating this, do you want to take another story as well?
At the same time?
Sure, you can do that. I mean, you're doing a spike, so having another story for production is no problem.
Okay, I will have a look. Actually, okay, yeah, I will go to the waffle and have a look. Go like shop.
What's that?
Like shopping, waffle shopping.
You'll be waffle shopping. You'll be story shopping.
Waffle shopping. Choose whatever that I have. Okay.
Well, it's Christmas time. A lot of people shop at Christmas, so.
Yeah, shop for a story.
There you go. Go to the store, go to the waffle store, and come back with a story. So, I would suggest that when you look at it, try to pick a story that's relatively complex. I have a bunch of stories in there that I've added for bugs that I've found as I've worked with the UI over the last few days.
Okay.
And so some of the easier stuff, it would be good if we left for new people coming. We have people coming from MOOCs and other who are not that experienced. So I thought a lot of these bug issues we could give to those folks.
Okay.
Because they're relatively simple.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 502, that might be something you want to take.
Okay.
Yep. That may be something you want to take.
All right. Yes,
a little bit more complex. Yeah, it's just you got to change a query to get away with the N+1 queries.
Okay, cool.
That may be something that'd be very easy for you. For a newbie, it might be a little bit difficult.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is at this point we don't have really complex stories in there for the ready column because we're trying to get to MVP, and all the MVP stories have already been taken by other people or been delivered.
Mm-hmm. That's a good thing.
So that's a good thing, yes.
Yeah.
But I don't have a challenging story for you right now.
It's okay. Okay, no,
it's okay.
No.
You got enough for. Okay.
I was exploring. I was exploring the what you call it, because there's a relationship of the agency people and the job seeker, and then the agency, there are many types of agency, and agency has many kind of roles, right? So I was thinking, is there any way of presenting it rather than doing with this current situation? Yeah, I was just thinking, yeah.
Managing the relationship between an agency person and a job seeker?
Yes, because the way that manage the job seeker and the agency person is through the agency role. Yes. Agency relation. And then the agency itself has many roles, which is another table, which is the agency role. So I was thinking, is there any way to make it simple rather than have so many tables itself? Is it possible for polymorphism for the agency person? Because we have 3 kinds of roles for the agency person. So is it possible to include the polymorphism? So I was thinking about that. But I haven't.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I haven't figured out. So most likely, because the agency person inside there has many job seekers, but the many job seekers doesn't apply for the agency admin.
Well, agency admin, yes, you're right. Agency admin, though, can also be, that person could also have a different role, like job developer, case manager.
Yes. So I was thinking, is it possible that we have 3 classes? That means I have agency admin class, job developer class, and this company person. You
mean case manager? Case manager class?
And then we have polymorphism for the agency person for this three person, they have the status for them, which they are commonalities. But at the same time, they are going to have their own. That means the agency admin class is not going to have a job developer. No, job seeker. And then the other two will have job seeker. So when I call the job seeker dot job developer, I don't need to go and find the agency relation and find the role and find, so I can directly link it back. So I was still thinking whether is it possible to do it in that way. Just some brainstorming.
That would be interesting. That would be. So I'm the one who came up with that agency relation stuff because I realized we have N-to-M relationships between N to M, of course. And that was the only way I came up with at that time to manage that. It is complex, though. It's kind of confusing when you look at it. I think new people look at it and they get confused. If we did separate classes for the different roles, then how do you handle a person who's got multiple roles?
Yes,
they would have to.
I think we can implement polymorphism. Actually, I like your idea for the user and use the add as actable thing. I think that's a very cool idea.
That actually might work in what you're trying to think about too, the activist business.
Yeah, I'm still thinking. Anyway, not sure yet.
So you could have an agency person who acts as a job developer and also acts as a case manager and maybe also acts as an admin. I don't know if that would work. Well, that's
because the problem is one agency person can have two roles at the same time. If one person only have one, that will be easy. But the thing is, one person can have two roles and three roles. So this is the thing that I think is I'm not sure.
Agency person can have up to 3 roles, and an agency person can be a job developer to a particular job seeker.
Yes.
But that particular job seeker can have a case manager who's another agency person. And that first agency person who's the job developer for a case manager, for a job seeker, he's also the case manager for another job. So that managing that, I think I had to build that agency relation table to manage all of that. It is, if you find a way to simplify that, that would be cool. That'd be great. I think maybe though, your way of simplifying, once you look at it, if you got it to work, might be even more complex than what we have now. Right? That's the problem.
I'm not sure.
Because the things you're thinking about are interesting. I'd love to see what you come up with, but it might be more complex than what we have now. But anyway, think about it.
Sometimes you just explore. That's why I was thinking.
Yeah, because it's not pretty. It's kind of ugly in some ways what we have now, but it works.
Yeah, it works.
That's the key thing.
You're right.
Well, interesting question to ponder as you're out shopping for Christmas presents or something, right?
Thank you. Anyway, and really thank you for bearing with me with some my absence for the stand up for this few times.
People get busy, and there's going to be a lot of that coming up with the Christmas season and all that. But no, I appreciate your diligence and your work. You did great work on that. That's excellent work. I just, we just got we've got to find a way to make that work in the cloud, I think is the key thing. We can't, Chet, you've met Chet, the client. Yes. He's a Windows Internet Explorer guy. He's not going to be downloading LibreOffice on his PC, I guarantee it.
But for Microsoft Office, I'm not sure. Maybe they can use the Microsoft Word itself to open it for Office person.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I know Microsoft Office does have a plugin that allows you to use that technology, that capability outside of Microsoft Word. But I think it's probably only available in a Microsoft environment. I remember something about it when I was looking at it, but it seemed to be very limited, and you still had to do it within a Microsoft ecosystem. That was the issue. So this is a tough problem. And people have solved it by building SaaS services where you can send it a file and they return a PDF, but as you said, you have to pay for it. So that's an issue.
Actually, the API one is easier way to do it.
So say it again?
Actually, getting the API to work for us is the easier way to do it.
Oh, it's absolutely easy. That's why SaaS, software as a service, is so beautiful, right? The problem is we've got hosting costs, we've got pusher costs, we've got other costs we're going to be presenting the client with.
Yeah.
And so
And then every time people close and open, one time close, open, then one charge, one close, one open, another charge.
it adds up.
The storage for it, like, okay, for this common file, we are going to store it, and we are not going to update it until there's a different file name. Then that means we only do the convert for one file one time, unless we are doing that. But that one, we'll have some memory for that again. It's like, oh, come back to the same question.
Yeah. So when you ask, well, how much would this cost me? You have to go through all that complex. Well, I have to assume I'll be doing this many operations this many times, and I'll be changing files. It gets really complex just to work out what the projected cost would be. So it gives you a headache. That's more difficult than the agency relation problem, I think. Right?
Oh.
Okay, Tongwei, well, good talking to you. Good work. I really like that. Maybe we'll
right,
find a way to use it. All right. We'll have a good weekend, and we'll probably talk Monday, hopefully.
Okay, thank you. Have a good weekend to you too. Bye-bye.
All right. Take care. Bye now.